Hi guys.
Then we start on our topic. It's hot. We need your contribution. It might be controversial at the same time. So we really need your input. And our opinion doesn't count. Your opinion counts.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Good to say whatever you feel like it's, how do you say it? Or what do you think about it? So it's something we can have a very long conversation or discussion about it. Yeah. So it's something that we can share. We help each other. And it's different, individuals with different opinions. Yeah. Might be controversial, but well,
yeah, but
it's okay. So many things are
we'll
controversial
give our opinion,
anyway.
and
Yeah.
we'll respect each and everyone's opinion, of course.
Yes.
But we'll give our take on it. Yeah. As we said, your opinion matters more than ours. Yeah. So we're going to discuss it, talk about it, and let us know what you think.
Yes, and if you like what we think or our opinions, well,
that's good.
Why not? Good enough.
That's good enough.
That's good enough. Yeah. Yeah. So the discussion was about teaching our kids the vernacular language. That's our mother language. I saw this on TV the other day. It's in Kenya, and it was about what is he was asking one of the Kenyan DJs, I think that guy is famous, and they were asking them why their kids, they don't know. The young girl was not able to speak Kikuyu.
Or Kiswahili.
Or Kiswahili, or Swahili.
Yeah. And this was in Kenya, right?
It was in Kenya.
Yeah.
So, and then I saw so many comments. People were like all over, just talking about, oh, it's always good. Some were like, oh no. And I saw the mom was saying like, it's not worth it. It's not. Where is she gonna take the Kikuyu language? Where is she gonna use it? I saw it was very interesting. It was something that I thought like, well, this is something we need to discuss in our platform too. I think it's something we should share too and give our opinion, because we live in the US and we have kids. So our kids, or this house, let me just say, this house, we speak Kisii and Swahili. In this house. English is very rare, I'm telling you. Even our kids.
We only speak English when we come live. That's why we struggle with it. Otherwise, we speak Ekegusi and Swahili.
Yes. And
that's our common language in the house with the kids.
Yes.
So
but
yesterday.
You speak Luo sometimes, huh?
Not sometimes. I speak fluent Luo.
Yeah. But
so yesterday, my husband came home and told me about the topic, about this clip that is so in Kenya, and the lady was really against teaching her kids vernacular language. That is your mother tongue. And I was for the idea that we need to teach our kids our vernacular languages. If wherever you are, even if you're in the US, Nairobi, wherever you are, your child needs to know your language. You are not born English. You are born Luya, Luo, Kikuyu. And I can attest that my son
has a video, I think.
My son promised to come with the Kisii video, and it's coming soon. Yeah, we teach our kids our language. Very important. You know, and sometimes when you're back home, you don't realize how much of importance it is to know a different language until you get some exposure. Like once you get out of the country and you are out here, you realize that knowing your mother tongue is a plus. It gives you a lot of advantages, even when you're finding jobs.
Bilingual.
If you're bilingual, that's a plus, because people who are bilingual are an asset they are an asset to a company. So if you come in with one language and you came from, let's say, for example, if you came from Kenya, you came with one language, you only know English, What are you bringing to the country? What other thing is making you unique? Let's teach our kids our vernacular languages. Please, I'm begging moms and dads to talk their languages at home. These kids will always know English, no matter what.
Yes, yes. And I mean, I just want to say something also add on that, on top of that.
Yeah.
We have our friends that came from Kenya. Not so many, of our friends who come from Kenya. The first time some of them come over here, their kids, maybe they know Ekeusi and Swahili sometimes. And they are like, the first time they're like, oh my God, when are they gonna know English? When are they gonna speak this American accent? Guess what? It does not take even 1 year. It does not take even 1 year. They are very fluent. Very fluent in English. They will be speaking Swahili, Ekeusi. You will bring them from the villages. But when they arrive here, I can see in the US or some other countries, but I've seen real friends here in the US. Within the first year, kids are very fluent. They speak English, totally like kids who are born in the US. So, but here is another, and the other way around. Kids, when they are born in the US, or when you teach them English, it's so hard to teach them our language. Like Ekeusi, Swahili. It's so hard to teach them. And like when they know and when they come here to learn English, it's so easy. And like the other way around. So I kind of like when you come to this country, embrace that language the kids come with. Or when you go to another country, just maintain it. Maintain that Ekeusi, maintain that English, or maintain any other language that, Luo, Kikuyu, all those languages. Because these kids, they gonna know English no matter what. So I think that is something very important for our kids. Even our grandmas, our grandparents, our parents, when they speak their language, they are happy when they are their grandkids understand their language. So that's a very good thing and very important when it comes to communication. And it also adds a plus when bilingual kids are known to be smart.
Yeah, I remember there's a day I got a phone call from a lady, and I was talking to my son in Ekeusi. And then the lady was like, "Why do you do that?" I was like, "Why do I do that?" Because I want this boy to have my roots, my culture. I can't leave my culture just because of moving from my country. My cultural roots have to maintain. And that's why, especially in the United States right now, everything is cultural. Like when you go to the hospital, everything they will tell you, they try to be culturally competent.
Yeah,
like they want to not, how can I say it? Like they want to include you in the healthcare sector. They want you to feel at home. So if you're running away from your culture, I don't know what we need to teach our kids. Honestly, if you can't teach them, talk your language at home. They can grasp one or two words.
Yes, they can grab something.
Yeah, you can just say, like, most of the time I send them in Kisi. I do a lot of stuff. I do everything. Actually, I talk everything in Kisi, even if they understand or not. But I came to find that the oldest son, that guy understands everything. And it's so impressive. I'm so happy. I hope he maintains that. So we are working on the talking bit, but the Kiswahili part is good. The Kisi one is the one we are trying as much as we can. And we are not saying that we are perfect on the art. We are learning.
Yeah.
We are parents who are learning, but we are learning the hard way, It's not easy at the same time. But coming on live TV to tell us that you can teach your kids
they need
language.
And you remember those people, those how they call them? When we went to school, like we used to take like a foreign language. I don't know if they are doing it nowadays in Kenya.
Oh, an extra foreign language.
Like foreign language like French, Spanish. I don't know why we are not thinking on the other side. Like, why we're really doing those languages? German. I think there are so many people who did German
Yeah.
in college and in high school. So those are some of the things that, imagine you are coming to the US with a language that you already have. Now you're going to a country, the language that you already have, you are not going to learn. So it's very, very important. That's why it was very important for those times. I don't know if they are doing it right now. Those times that you learn a foreign language. You know, some people never took those classes, but those who took it, I think they are very important if they travel to those countries. Yeah, it's really, really important. So that's something to think about. And if you have something about it, please feel free to comment. Even after the video, you can write something and you think about that. That's our 2 cents.
Actually, this topic reminds me of when we grew up in Luo culture. We grew up in Luoland, and you know, sometimes when you grow in a culture whereby you don't have a lot of kisses, your mother tongue tends to be suppressed. So when we were growing up, these Luo kids made us feel like kissy is not important, because they used to sing some song. I don't know if there are people here who used to understand that song. They used to Jaxi Jamo Lele. So that song is like an insult to any kissy child or kissy. So let me just be honest. I had to start telling people that I'm not kissy. I'm Luo, I'm not kissy, because I didn't want that song. You know, it was just so, it used to put me down. So I tried, and actually I suppressed my kissy culture and said, you know what, I'm done. I'm going to embrace Luo culture. So I started speaking Luo. We spoke Luo until when I got to college. When I got to college, that's when I realized that I needed my kissy language back. It was really important to me.
And I reinforced it.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. But when I was a child, I didn't know how important kissy was. Honestly, I was like, I don't need it because yeah. So when I grew up, I realized that, man, I need my language back. But the good thing, my parents were speaking kissy no matter what. No matter what you're saying, even if you're talking your Luo language, they used to speak their language. My mom never talked Swahili even once.
So I think that's why it was easy for you.
Yeah, it was because I used to hear it in the house.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So as we say, it's always good if you guys, both of you, you're married, you are Kikuyus, you are Luos, you are Kisses, in the house, speak the language that even if you think the kids don't understand, they understand it very well. And it will be easy for them. If they want to learn it, they will learn it so easily because they hear it. You think they don't know, they can hear it, and they can, you know, if it means that they have to learn it, it's going to be easy for them to know it.
Exactly. And then if you're married to a multiracial family, that's a big plus. Like if you're married to, let's say, someone from Italy and you're from Kenya, you come in with your Swahili. Actually, you come in with very many languages. You come in with Swahili, you come in with your mother tongue, and then your husband, who is Italian or something, comes into. Those are 3 languages. Can you imagine your child knowing 3 languages?
Yes.
And they learn so much. Kids learn 3 languages is nothing for a baby. So let's step up. Let's train our kids. Let's yeah.
Like our son started learning Spanish, right? And he's doing wonderful. He just started like a month or 2 ago, and it's just like going. So these young kids, they are pretty good. They catch up very fast. And if it means you have to teach them, it's okay. Teach them the basics. Teach them the basics. We are trying with our little one. It's hard, but we are really trying to teach him at least to know something about Kisii or Swahili. You know, we kind of mix it.
But he understands. He understands. He understands at least 50%.
Yeah.
You can send him water. You can. He understands. I think 50%. We are trying on it, and so maybe you can tell us your views about it. Do you support kids knowing their mother tongue? Yes or no? If no, what's the reason why? If yes, what's your reason?
But remember, when we were growing up, you know, in the local, you know, we used to see these kids who used to come from the cities and speaking Nairobi kids, bwana.
Pressure.
Your pressure. It was tough. You could see them speaking Swahili and you'll be like, I want my kids to know that. So we grew up with this mentality that as we grow, we know the only way our kids can compete with other kids is them knowing a language other than our mother tongue. Guess what? So now we are running away from Swahili because then Swahili was a big deal. Now Swahili is nothing. People are moving to English. Can you imagine? You are running away from Kenya completely. Hi, please. Let's go back to where we were. Those days, they don't exist anymore because these are some of the languages we will miss. They will extinct, right? They will cease to exist. So let's embrace them and then make sure that we are trying to teach our kids to have those bilingual, Yep. Mm-hmm. So what do you have again?
So I wanted to say maybe some of the advantages of knowing more than one language. Most people know more than one language. They have more advantages in terms of in terms of employment. That's one. Second one, when you're in school and you know two languages, even the way you express your ideas is way different because you know both worlds. So you can express your ideas, unlike someone who's one language, one culture, like nothing new comes in. So you have several ideas that you can bring in together to prove your point. Another thing is, what else can I say about, what can you think about one benefit of knowing a different language?
Yeah, like now, another advantage is like if you nowadays people go to different places to get medical, like medically. Some people are sick back in Kenya and they are from the villages. They come to the US here for treatment.
Yeah.
So many of them. And guess what? They try to look for a Kenyan who is in that place or in that facility who is working there to translate. So it's something that is huge. So because nowadays people have money all over, they want to, wherever they want to go get treatment, they can go. So that's a good thing. If you work somewhere in a foreign country and your kid maybe works in a foreign country and they know that language, that's a plus for them. So they can help out in that facility that they're paid for it. So that's a good thing. It's always good. You will find somebody at least who needs that language that you are not impressing. So all over, at least something is needed. Because nowadays, I think the world is becoming one thing.
Yeah. Another thing, something I came to realize, like, did you know that if you grow old, you lose the English language? Did you know that if you grow old, you lose your English language and the only language you can think of is your mother tongue?
The one you started with, right?
You will never remember English. So I don't know if you didn't teach your kids English and you're in probably a nursing home or an assisted living or you are back home, you can't.
How do you communicate?
How will you communicate with this kid? Sometimes let's look at long term. We are parents, we are getting old, we'll never be like this forever. We'll reach a point whereby we need our son to make decisions for us, and some decisions have to be made in my mother tongue. I have to talk in Kisi, then my son translates to the doctor or the lawyer. So these guys need to know our mother tongue.
Yeah.
No matter what, we will try as much as possible. We are really trying so far, and we hope for the best. So if you're a mom, you're a dad, if you liked that idea, go for it. If you didn't, maintain your English in the house. And
it's okay. Long as you communicate and you are happy.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So those are our 2 cents.
Yeah.
Yep. So for anything, please comment, continue commenting, continue adding anything that you feel like, you know what, I think you went wrong here, or if you felt like something was good. Okay. Add. We'll be glad to read your comments afterwards. So thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. And don't forget to subscribe. We have videos on YouTube. We are more to YouTube and putting videos in there. Please go there and subscribe and watch.
When you subscribe to our YouTube channel, we tend to reach more people. unlike Facebook. So please support us so that we can reach more people. Otherwise,
we apologize for this young man.
Yeah,
it's been all over. It's just something else. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Anything else?
bye.
See you next
See
time.
you.